always wanted to do that and actually have it do something. Just a big kid with a motorbike, and I'm okay with that. But we're out here taking care of some business, and even though I am just a big kid on a motorcycle, wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about something a little bit more adult oriented. That sounds dirty, but no, we're not talking about something of that nature. But what we're talking about today is some grown-up stuff, and maybe not. Maybe if you don't feel like a grown-up, it's something that can help you out, though. Every once in a while, I have these discussions with you, the viewers, and you, the subscribers. I know a lot of you out there have significant others, and a friend of mine a long time ago, they know how my wife and I have been together for over 20 years. She's like, you guys aren't like a lot of other couples. A lot of other couples don't have the same dynamic, the same relationship that you guys have. She said, you guys should write a book. Now, even though I like to write, I don't know that I could ever write a book. And same with my wife, you know, she likes to write too, but again, not like that. So here I am, sharing some of that experience with you. Now, I won't call it wisdom because, you know, I don't know. Is it really wisdom? But I will share some of my experience with you and kind of what's helped me and my wife, you know, have a successful relationship and be together for as long as we've been together. And I think anyone that's been together for as long as we have will tell you that it's not perfect. Will tell you that it's not easy. Will tell you that it's not always just rainbows and butterflies and hearts and candy and all that mushy garbage. Yeah, you gotta make the time for all that stuff, but when you're together for as long as we've been together, you know, you understand that it takes work, it takes a lot of love and a lot of patience. But I wanted to talk to you guys specifically today about something that's really important when it comes to the R word, relationships. And that one specific thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is attitude. And when I talk about attitude, I'm not talking about the kind of attitude you give your significant other when they do something that you're not happy with. I'm talking about the attitude that you bring to your partnership, to your relationship, to your friendship. And that partnership, that friendship needs to come with a positive attitude. Now, again, like I said, that doesn't mean that all the time you're going to be like, oh yeah, good job, babe, or oh yeah, I love you so much. You know, you got to tell each other you love each other. But when I'm talking about a positive attitude, I'm talking about the kind of attitude you come with to approach your relationship. Now, a lot of the times in the media in the past, you see so much of this, like people talking about their wives and about how they don't even like their wives, they don't like their spouses. And whenever I see stuff like that in media or TV or movies, where these husbands and wives, they don't like each other, they treat each other like garbage, and that whole ball and chain attitude, I've just never understood that. And especially when you look at like these TV shows or these movies where that's portrayed, these people that have seemingly been together for a long time. And I think a lot of the time life imitates art, and when people see this, they treat each other that way, or they come at their relationship, or people will say, oh, you're getting married, oh yeah, oh, the whole ball and chain, or you know, you're getting married, oh, you know, that sucks, or your last days of freedom leading up to the wedding, you know. And I just have never understood that. I've always been one of those people who, for us, when we got married, it was a celebration. We were, you know, we had already been together for several years before we got married, and I've even seen some people who've been together for a long time, and when they get married, it's kind of like they're just taking the next step in what they think the next step in their relationship is. And again, when I talk about attitude, that's what I'm talking about. Is you can't come to a relationship that way. You can't come into a marriage thinking, oh, you know, this is the next step in the phase of our relationship. It's not a healthy thing to do. It's not a healthy way to approach it, and it's not a way that you're gonna find a lot of success, frankly. What's going on here, people? This is where it gets dangerous for a guy like me. So I would ask you in the comments, maybe, or maybe if you don't feel like sharing, just to yourself, to kind of think about the attitude that you come to your relationship with your significant other with. Is it an attitude of, yeah, I'm happy to be in this situation. I'm happy to be with this person. They make me happy. I make them happy. We make each other better. That is a healthy relationship. When you're together with somebody and you feel like they're dragging you down, you feel like you're doing all the work in the relationship, it might be time to have a talk with your significant other. And if you can't talk, really, what is it that you're doing? Because, frankly, relationships, and not just those relationships with your significant others, but with your good friends, you gotta both be pulling some weight in those partnerships with your friends too. So this doesn't just relate to couples, but it also relates to friendships. Take the inventory of your friendships and weed them out. You don't need those people who are dragging you down. You know, you might think, oh, but they've been my friend for so long. But if they've been dragging you down for that long, what is that worth to you? And what is that helping you do in your life for you to reach your goals or for you to be a better person? And you got to think about it that way. Now, when I say this, you know, you've got to also consider that in those relationships, sometimes you're helping somebody. Sometimes that person that you feel like, maybe it feels like they're dragging you down all the time, but if you're one of those people who has a friend who you support and who needs you in their life, you know, that's another thing. That's a whole other can of worms that we won't talk about right now, because for right now we've got to do this again. Someday that'll get old, and when it does, I'll stop writing. But guys, that is all I've got for you today. Just a little bit of advice for y'all. And, you know, again, I'm not the guru. I'm not the person that everybody goes to, but I do feel like I have some experience in that way, and a good friend of mine said you need to share that with people. So here I am, spilling my guts. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. We're here, and we're close to Arden Fair Mall. But I appreciate you guys watching today. Hopefully this was of some help to you in some way. And if it was, or if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down there, which is the thumbs up. And if you're so inclined, hit the subscribe button. So guys, if you're out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. I am that one guy, and I am out.